Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dragon Warrior Summer 2022 tournament. Today, we're going to see an awesome matchup between Ryguy and Centroid. As you can see on the screen here, these stats are going to get interesting for this start. No spells to start with, not a very good strength either. I am Sneaky the Lost. With me in the commentator's booth is DK.
Good evening, Sneaky. Yeah, these stats look really rough. These runners going to have a fun time getting started here.
Yeah, now that might change if they get something like a fairy water or even a torch in one of their chests that can be used to maybe kill something like a scorpion, get a level, maybe get some stats going, some alternate stuff, or if they get like an extra key and can get some gold going with a nearby store, that can also change things up. So, but yeah, these stats are not looking good. You'll notice that they're in the red. That means you're behind the curve.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, they'll definitely be looking in those first two chests to see if there's anything that'll help them get out of jail. We know the back chest will be the key. And for both these runners in the slime group here, Ryguy being our 16 seed, this is their first race each for the group stages.
So it is Kirby versus Healy. That's going to be interesting.
Pink and purple with some gold in the first chest here, and the second one coming with that fairy water.
All right, that gives them some options here. Third one is going to be a key. If there is a city within eyesight of the castle, I mean, they've got axe money right now.
Well, Centroid's got axe money. Ryguy rolled a little low, but he's going to save where there is a town right in the swamp.
There is a town, but it's in the swamp. It is 2 damage per step. However, that fairy water is going to one-shot that magician, which is immediately level 2.
Yeah.
Power by 6, speed by 4, 5 hit points, 12 magic points, but no spell to cast with.
That 6 strength is pretty awesome. Gives them a lot of options. And Cantlin.
It is the Great Mall of Cantlin. In the first shop, we have some stuff, but I'm betting he's going to hold off on that. He's going to try and look for something like either an axe or... He did see the large shield there. That was interesting.
Yeah, large shield looks nice. Bottom shop had a lot more expensive items, but no hand axe, so it looks like...
No hand axe. There's another large shield. Full plate is there. And now he's going to die and lose half his money. I would have probably gone back to that first shop and just bought stuff.
Yeah, 100%. We see Ryguy, even with his low roll, he's going to do that. Actually, Centroid just reset, so he can do that as well. But I like the play by Ryguy. He picked up a bunch of fairy waters on the way back up. And Ryguy picked up that copper sword, that leather armor, gave him a little defense, a little offense to go with those fairy waters. We'll see him probably get out of level 1 here momentarily.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this reset is the best for Centroid, given that, you know, he had already gotten level 2.
Yeah, he can get it again pretty quickly, and even with half the gold, he still had enough to buy that sword and some requisite fairy waters. So yeah, it might not have made the most sense, but in his eyes it did, and he's gonna go get his stuff.
Hey, you know what? And that's the other thing, is we're sitting here in the commentator's booth, you, the audience, are sitting out there in your own homes. These guys are in the hot seat, you know? When the timer's ticking, you're in the hot seat, and that's a lot of pressure. So I try very hard to not double guess what the runners are doing. Oh no, yeah. Druins with the wombo combo.
Absolutely. He threw a fairy water at it, tried to just go ahead and swing at it, and it made him pay the price for that.
Oh, boy. Oh, that does not bode well for our runners today.
Yeah, so Ryguy, surprisingly, just hanging on to the fairy waters, knows he can tick down this magician in 3 swings, and does so to get his level 2 here.
So Centroid picked up some stuff, and of course the fairy water is going to be great at exactly what just happened a couple of times here, taking down magicians or scorpions or something along those lines. You can one shot with that fairy water and get that second level going by real fast.
Exactly, and on both runners' screen, we see what looks to be the top of the world here. Ryguy did make an attempt at taking out a Warlock, but had low HP and got second of it. All right, Ryguy going to get level 3 with 6 power, 2 agility, 7 hit points, 2 magic points, and the spell of Heal More.
I mean, it's always nice to see Heal More. Just keep it in your back pocket until you have enough magic points to actually cast it and enough hit points that it's actually worth casting.
Yeah, right now they get that whole 1 usage of it right now, but we'll see if they try to press into some swamp here, and maybe you can take a whole 15 steps before having to heal now.
Hey, that's not nothing. I mean, depending on the size of the swamp, that could be the difference between making it across and not.
And now we see Centroid get back to level 2 and jump up to level 3 here, so he gets his level up and his heal more, as Ryguy is going to take out a Magician and get level 4. Yeah, so that one came with 3 power, 0 agility, 13 hit points, 7 strength, as Ryguy gets hurt more.
Droll gets DL2 and Ghost gets hurt more. This is a real spicy start here for our adventurers.
Exactly, and we've seen a lot of enemies in this tournament so far be blessed with an ability of some nature. It's been kind of fun to watch if you're on this end, probably not so much if you're on the other end.
Yeah, you got your Drogon lords with Drolls with the DL2 breath there. And already we've got the popcorn emotes in chat.
Well, luckily they have, they have access to town, they have access to fairy waters and or torches, and we see Ryguy using those fairy waters to take out a Warlock for a big 28, and if he's able to not get DL2'd here, never mind.
Well, at least now he knows.
Simultaneous deaths and simultaneous exiting of the throne room.
And of course, that being Cantlin, I mean, at least you know where to go for your coordinates.
Exactly. Once we get a hold of some keys here, Ryguy coming up to that set of tiles up here. I think that's where he saw the Warlock.
But Druins and Drolls, both with DL2 bread. You've got Ghosts with Hurt More.
Yeah, and Druins and Drolls are both in that same zone with that Warlock. Not a real friendly area, especially with that low agility leading to some ambushes.
Yeah, there's a certain Mortal Kombat reference I'm itching to make.
Ooh, Ryguy pushing out, finds a rogue scorpion. First turn runs the first one, second one not as lucky.
Well, at least they can one-shot the red slime, so, you know.
You always got to look for those little small victories there, don't you? I'm kind of surprised Ryguy hasn't just sat down in Zone 0 and just killed this Magician or whatever. He only needs, he only needs the 2 to get the level, which has allowed Centroid after that reset to catch back up in experience.
one-shot that ghost before it has a chance to do anything unpleasant. But now these magicians are starting to run away from them, and that's a little concerning.
Yeah, they're going to look for something for sure on level 5 to help them be able to take on the next tier of enemies that aren't druids or drolls, since we know those are quite off limits.
Yeah, maybe they could take down a wolf with those fairy waters. Yeah, Metal Scorpion Wraith. This Wraith might work.
Would have been better without the back attack, and Centroid doesn't appear to have the firepower in his inventory there, but pushing out instead of getting that level. He's 10 away, Ryguy's 8 away as he takes another DL2 druid to the face.
Well, Centroid does have his scale put on, so there is that. Unfortunately, they're kind of hedged in here by this swamp. Technically, can they get through? Sure, but... Ow.
Yeah, that's what we keep seeing Ryguy go to the top, because it's only 2, and we got a cave just west.
Grave?
This is Tablet, and it appears...
Oh, no, this is Tablet. You're right. This is Tablet.
Yeah, it appears our runners have must have agreed to a permanent torch seed.
That does make it convenient for us, at least, at home. And a key! Hello! You could do something with that.
Like open doors?
Well, you can go in and get a second key and be able to pop open the back end of the castle.
Yeah, I gotta rub you a little bit there. So yeah, that key's huge. That key's huge, for sure. He's gonna take a death right away off this green dragon. More than likely, at least.
Yep.
But right behind him, Centroid also finding Tablet Cave. He's gonna find the good news of his free key. We'll see if he comes out, tries to go back in, pick up a second, or since he knows that they're so close, just opts to go ahead and pop into that treasury anyway.
First chest is Erdrick's armor. Then fighter's ring. Then magic key. Hey, you got a refunded key and a torch. No cash, but I'll take that Erdrick's armor.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a 7 out of 10. If that torch was gold, I think I might have moved it to 9 or 10 out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely. The fighter's ring, not bad either. Did he put it on?
I did not catch if he did or not. He moved pretty quick, but typically the runners are pretty good at throwing it on right away just to prevent themselves from forgetting.
Ryguy actually surviving the first DL2 breath from the droll because he's got Erdrick's armor and he min-rolled it. Next one took him out though. Survived on 1 hit point and then died to the next one.
Yeah, Centroid's pushed a little further west here and does come to another town, but it's across a river that we cannot see a bridge, and Metal Scorpions with Heartmore.
This is definitely a spicy sea. There are DL2 breaths and Hurtmores all over the place.
Yep, and Ryguy finally joining Centroid with that level 5 gain with the 10 strength, 2 agility, 2 hit points, and 5 magic with no spells.
And now Centroid is going to get his stuff.
Yep, and Ryguy feeling a little empowered with that armor. Tries to take on this druid, but feels the full effect of the wombo.
Centroid puts on his ring.
So it appears both runners are really pressing to push this exploration out, even though they have nominal stats, especially in that agility. That agility is not going to let them run from much of anything.
Well, I mean, they've got Erdrick's armor, so there is that. And Centroid, actually, with a 1 hit point and a dream, defeats the Druid.
Yeah, that was living on the edge for sure there.
I tell you, I'd be real tempted to check the basement at this stage. You know, go get another key from Tablet Cave and check out the basement.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even if they just blow the key without having a backup in play, we know Tablet's easily accessible. They both successfully made it there before. It's one screen west. Just go ahead and use it. See what's down there. You can replace your key at a later time.
Yeah, not only that, but I mean, if the basement is mountain or grave that has a gold chest, there's your gold grind. If it's, you know, swamp that backs into Garenham, that's a gold grind. So there's still several chances here for potential gold grind.
Exactly, and Centroid taking a very strange method to getting some cash, selling basically everything in his inventory, including herbs, to get over the 170 threshold to be able to buy 2 keys once he goes back there.
It does make a certain amount of sense.
All right, so Centroid's going to make our first play to the basement. He's going to grab 2 keys on the way down, and we'll see if this is going to be something that'll benefit him. So we got Swamp South in the basement here. Potential to backdoor in the Garenham. Easy access to a future potential grind here as well, but we'll see him try to push through first.
Ooh, that's not good.
Nah, 18 agility, Wizard not really going to let you go too often, but you never know. You get that weird coin flip go your way. We'll see.
And Wizard with the spell of hurt. Looks like his spell casting got nerfed a bit there.
Yeah, so that prolonged the death here slightly, but didn't make it through. Now we see Ryguy making a play for back here. We'll see if he's more successful at trying to make it through.
Now keep in mind that door is still open. Nope, now he's left.
Yeah, and he's creeping towards level 6 here. I think trying to get another encounter or 2 here, get a level is a very smart play here.
Yeah, right now what the runners need are just stats.
Yeah, and
Ryguy runs into that wizard, probably the same guy.
Exactly. He's definitely an equal opportunity killer here. But yeah, that level 6 at 2253, not really helping much, and the spells are being very stingy today.
Well, that just means you're going to get them backloaded eventually.
Yep, as Sneaky mentions here, our spells all guaranteed to be with the hero by the time they level up to level 16. Now, that's not something you see every day. A red dragon 7-8 tiles away from Tantagel's castle, so we must be on the southwest edge of Zone 0.
Affectionately referred to as the fun police in the community, and yeah.
And Ryguy immediately finding out the same fun-filled fact. So Cantlin not quite safe, just kind of right in that zone boundary.
Ooh. Yeah, Centroid found a rogue scorpion, but he's doing chip damage to it.
Yeah, rogue scorpions, while they don't have a ton of HP, they have a boatload of agility, so they are really hard to do damage to. I believe it's equivalent to a red dragon.
I don't know if it's quite that much, but I know that carapace is extra thick. Usually the way you crack that shell is with something like fairy water or a hurt spell.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to need a lot of strength otherwise. Yep, you use one of your abilities and or fairy waters to get that down. So both runners continue to make nominal gains on the experience in the 200s here. We'll see if one of them decides to sit and grind and maybe try and find something that'll finally be beneficial. Yeah, we see Ryguy going in squares here using that one hill tile to try and get enhanced counter rates.
Druin tries a wombo combo, Centroid survives it and gets revenge. And another cave. And it's Jerk. Good information to have.
Yeah, it's kind of due south of Tantragel across that body of water. Just got to go around the corner here. Kind of surprised neither of our runners has made a play for checking the coordinates yet.
That would be an interesting play, because that could potentially be something valuable. You get something like the big stick?
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree. We're seeing Centroid took a chance at this knight, realized that he's not doing much to it either, and is having some struggles to get away from it now.
Even at level 6, only 20 agility does not give you good odds to get away from this guy.
And on the left here, we got Ryguy even taking on these DL2 enemies. Now that he's got a few heal mores in the tank and enough HP to survive any of the DL2 breaths. It's paying off for him. He's 1 or 2 enemies away from the next level.
This Droll Magi's stopping him.
I guess the good news is, at least so far, we only saw attack from the Droll Magi, who's a nice next level enemy once they get a little more attack and or maybe a hurt more combo thing going.
Yeah, he had just run out of MP for heal more, so he didn't have any left in the tank.
Well, here we go. We got 21 power on level 7, so that's going to open up a few more enemies.
Yeah, that's definitely going to let them start swinging on stuff like, you know, the I mean, probably up to wolves now.
Oh, easily, yeah. That 21 basically getting a broadsword for free on that level up there. So, nominal other stats, but doing pretty well. Got the spell of stop spell, so he can, in theory, stop any of these hurt more kind of enemies as well.
Won't help with the DL2 breath, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, skeletons, Wraith Knight's still a bit chunky, but he's doing damage to it.
Yeah, and with the extra HP he's gotten to play that defense, actually 2-shotted. I was expecting a 3-shot, but he had heal mores to back him up. I like that. I like that attack.
Yeah, those Wraith Knights are a really good one for him right now, especially if it turns out they don't do much else. Here's an Axe Knight. That's going to be a bit spooky. They hit kind of hard, and they're not taking a whole lot from him.
Yeah, he saw that 7, said, "Oops, sorry to mess up your pseudo armor, sir. Let me get out of here." But the Axe Knight said no. So quickly, Centroid caught back up after he finally went into a little bit of a grind here. We see he's going to get level 7 after taking down this Warlock and join Ryguy in there.
Ryguy is making a brave, bold play to be hanging around by Cantlin, where we know red dragons can pop. Oh, there's a Magic Wyvern. he might be able to take it as long. Oh, nope, never mind.
Yep, Magic Wyvern is joining the list with DL2 enemies here.
Yep, Jerkbird confirmed.
Yeah, maybe once they have sleep, that might be more viable at that point. Or, obviously, Hurtmore. Hurtmore will one-shot a Magic Wyvern still.
Yeah, if they can get Hurtmore, the Axe Knights and the Magic Wyverns go on farm, and that's when they can really start popping off with their XP totals.
Alright, Ryguy finally pushing out a little bit here. He's maybe going to make it over here, find his Jerk Cave.
He finds a Druid Lord.
Yeah, barring abilities, Druid Lord's a fantastic enemy right now.
Currently less intimidating than the regular Druids.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we'll see if Centroid, after picking up some keys, if he's going to make another play to try and make it through Swamp Cave.
But yeah, these Druid Lords and Droll Magi, now that he's got the attack power, Drakema too, absolutely decent stuff here. This is a pretty decent grind spot over here. Except for those Rogue Scorpions. Those guys, yeah.
He's going to swing. It'll do a little bit of damage. He'll have to chip shot it down, though.
I mean, 10 damage, 9 damage. You can actually do this now.
And Centroid goes back in the swamp and, again, immediately finds a wizard. Evidently, the wizard's the only enemy in here.
Definitely seems to be weighted in their favor. Oh, there's a Poltergeist. That could actually be a really valuable one. Oh! Druin slept and scooted. And then an excellent move. One-shot kill the Druid Lord. Courageward has served thee well. Promoted to the next level. Power 13! 2 hit points, 25 magic, no agility.
Well, we got a little more MP to be able to cast at least 3 more Healmores.
Yeah, we've got several Healmores in the tank now, and 62 hit points, so that it's actually worth casting now. Strength of 69, nice.
That agility, though, 21 still, is just very sad.
Yeah, you're definitely being a chonky tank right now. You can dish it out, but you're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Still, we see both runners starting to get some really valuable mid-game enemies in here, so we'll see the experience kind of flow in a little quicker now, finally. Hopefully pays off for Centroid as well, since Ryguy has been building a little bit of an experience lead here with taking on these things such as this Wraith thing.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got a better grind spot right now. Comment in chat, Healy, more like Ragnar with those stats. I mean, you're not wrong. Although he does have heal more, so it's on point for Healy.
I like the exclamation point island up here on the side of the screen.
Ah, yeah. Whoops, Blue Dragon showed up and went, "Ooh, you look tasty."
Centroid threw a stop spell down on this wizard since he was unable to run away, hoping that it would stay with its hurt that it was throwing, but it seems to be mostly physical, so probably 25% hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now, probably about a 25 hurt. Which is unfortunate, but such is life. It seems to be preferring to use its staff.
Absolutely. Now we got Ryguy back downstairs, finds that same wizard that keeps showing up down here. We'll see if he can successfully either take it on or get away from it. He also finds out about the heal more here. Throws out the stop spell now. We'll see if he can recover from the additional damage he's already had.
Oof. But that spell hath been blocked.
Yeah, I like the play by both of them. The Wizards, a pretty decent experience gain for a little bit of a fight here, but throw that stop spell down, and once you see that heal more, you know it's a free kill.
And I mean, it's 120 experience, because it's a Charlock tier enemy.
Now, I know we saw one Poltergeist, but I have to think that the Wizards are higher than just 1 in 5 in this zone. We've seen nothing but Wizards outside of one Poltergeist.
Yeah, it's got to be at least a 2 out of 5, maybe 3 out of 5.
But if Ryguy can successfully take this one down, he'll jump well into level 9 and see if we can finally get some additional spells to help these guys out.
Would has served thee well. Power 1, response speed 9, no hit points, 10 magic, and return.
Well, I mean, you like to see return before you go to dive, but doesn't have a lot of, usefulness prior to that sometimes. And we got Garenham.
And there's the big stick.
Well then, and if you saw that gold chest, there's a gold grind available if they figure that out.
Yes, there is. Because what you could do, I mean, even if you initially mess it up, what you could do is just grab the chest, die in the tunnel, and then you can grab the stuff. Yeah, Swamp backs into Garenham, and Garenham does have a gold chest. So we do have a gold grind available if they need it. They've already got the sword and the shield, so the only thing they would need that for would be a silver shield, if there's one here, survey says. No, but there is a small shield that they will take.
Yeah, defense is defense. We'll see if they can find a larger
91 South 47 East are the coordinates. Ouch.
Yeah, that's a lot of numbers there. I know I saw Brian Williams in chat earlier mentioning that it's possible to maybe do a reverse count, and you could possibly do that for the north-south coordinate, and then just kind of eyeball your east-west there for the 47, if either of these runners is capable of doing that, I should say. All right, going west away from Swamp and Garenham, we see Cole. Let's see if anything is hiding here 4 steps south of the bath.
I'm going to go ahead and immediately buy that large shield. That's a good value buy. And 4 steps south of the bath and Cole, we have the Stones of Sunlight.
There we go. We got our first item.
And welcome, Aaron, to you two with the raid.
Excellent. Thanks, Aaron. Hope your race went well.
Yeah, the Stones of Sunlight must have been the tanning booth next to the spa.
Oh, look at this Axe Knight with stop spell, and with the Erdrick's armor, not effective at all.
Yeah, you gotta really love that. It's that makes these Axe Knights a lot more grindable, even at their lower level.
Exactly, and silently, Centroid's been over here grinding just shy of level 9 now, so he should get the good information, and we'll see what he does.
Jerkbirds be jerks.
Yeah, not much you can do about the DL2 if you're a little low, unfortunately. With at least 3 enemies and possibly more out there, it's a good reminder to maybe keep above 48 at least. Alright, so Centroid's going to go ahead and get his level 9, pick up his additional stats here, and Ryguy's going to join him with getting these monster cords, and we'll see if either of them makes a play to try and maybe check out that swamp spike and pick up the princess.
Unless a spike is an Axe Knight, they're probably not going to be able to take on whatever might be on it.
Yeah, it'd be borderline for some of them. Definitely not a golem, a red dragon. I think the rest of them are in play with some lucky rolls. See, Centroid over here trying to run.
Command? Yeah, try to do that RNG manip.
Yeah, he paused for a moment, decided to do some commands. Didn't work out there, but luckily he's only 10 steps away from the start, so he'll be back out there momentarily.
Yeah, there is that RNG manip run that can be done in under 30 minutes. I think under 25 minutes now, actually, for the record. But man, 10 minutes of perfect inputs. No thank you.
Yeah, it definitely takes a strong caliber of runner to do that, as we found a werewolf downstairs, and the next level come in 0-0-15-2. And a spell of repel.
Oh, and there is Metal Scorpion, so I guess the wizards are a 2.
Yeah, or we've killed them all, and someone's came back to fill in the backspace for them.
Trimmed back the invasive species of wizard.
He's going to end up using all his resources just trying to get to the spike tile.
Well, I mean, he's getting a lot of experience, although Centroid is making up for lost time. He's only a couple hundred behind now.
Yeah, kind of honestly surprised he didn't try to take this on. I know it'd probably be 4 to 5 attacks at this point, but he had the MP for it.
And it's the fun police on the spike tile.
Well, so much for that. He's going to give it a shot. It would have to do super low damage rolls with him getting lucky here with only having 3 heal mores in the tank.
He's basically treating this like a DL2 fight. 1 swing, 1 heal, 1 swing, 1 heal. He tried to risk it for the biscuit and did not survive.
Yeah, it's super close with that 77 HP. The problem is their agility is so poor that even with that large shield and Erdrick's armor, their defense is still pretty low overall.
Now, I'm guessing there's probably a silver somewhere in Cantlin, probably in the 3rd shop behind the door.
Yeah, it's a strong possibility, and we still have a few other towns running around out there, but it's all about how much they decide they would want to prioritize that if it does become available.
Well, with only 30 agility, I'd be really strongly considering at least checking the 3rd shop in Cantlin to see if it's got a silver shield, and if it does, I would probably just go ahead and get the gold grind and get it over with so that I don't have to worry about gear anymore.
Yeah, I can't say I disagree. The earlier the better, honestly, to take advantage of that extra defense. We did have some of our chat confirming that we have seen one in the bottom shop in Cantlin.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, with having seen a silver and the town's like 10 steps away, I'd probably just go ahead and do that now, just so that I have some defense. Although it might not be worth it because, you know, a gold grind is a non-trivial amount of time.
And honestly, it's a non-standard gold grind where you have to go through Swamp after picking up all the stuff in Tantagel first, and then grinding it in Garenham. Neither runner might be even thinking of that as an option.
Quite true. It's very easy to miss something like that.
Well, I say either runner. We still have not had Centroid even make it through yet.
Yeah, with that Erdrick sword, ryguy is starting to pull away on the experience gains again.
Yeah, that agility is still not really coming along, but we see the two of the stats, the HP, MP, already into the orange or red, depending on what you see. Strength still not terrible for level 11 either, so we're moving along the right direction.
And we have heal more. We could be seeing an early dive.
We still have a lot of things to find, though, unfortunately, like location-wise. Our runners still need that harp, still need that token. Very possible one of those two items is our coordinate count, which we know is fairly far away, and unless they feel like doing a reverse count or a long overworld count, if even possible, they're going to have to be able to take on that red dragon. But I do feel that ryguy probably could now with 93.
Ooh, wyverns with sleep and hurt. Not deadly, but extraordinarily annoying.
Yeah, agreed. That's just it's one of those obnoxious things. If you run into it, want to take it on, probably through that stop spell just to prevent getting slept in the first place.
We could see a rare situation where the runners have ghost deaths before they get their laundry list done.
Yeah, that one's always a fun scenario where you're all of a sudden in full exploration mode and panicked because you're wondering if you overgrinded in one spot versus getting out there and finding the things. But I think both runners are making the right call. Right now, ryguy's showing that this grind's working really well with that Erdrick sword. He has that extra attack power and is able to take on these bigger items such as that green dragon with no sweat.
Centroid also able to take them down, but not quite as efficiently.
Yeah, he's found this nice zone with the Wraith, the wizards, and the wizards seem to be fairly frequent. Knows that he can take them out in 3 or 4 swings, so it's working for him. He's getting there slowly. We got another cave on ryguy's side. We'll see what this one ends up being.
Is that Jerk? No, it's Freebie Cave. Some gold, okay.
And, you know, it would have been nice a while ago, maybe, but definitely not needed now. And it was down a pretty long dead end past the Jerk Cave. So at least he knows where not to go in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we see ryguy just slicing through all kinds of things. Takes out that Knight in 2. Gets level 12 with 4 power, 4 agility, 8 hit points, and 5 magic with Hurt and Radiant.
Hurt's coming just a little late, methinks.
Yeah, agreed. I'm pretty sure we will not be seeing that used at all.
Jerkbirds being jerkbirds, but does get 2-shot. Centroid picks up his large shield.
But without knowledge of that Erdrick Sword over in Garenham through Swamp, he is going to top off some keys. Might look at trying to upgrade that Copper Sword at some point here. Our best bet for Centroid to get into a position to possibly catch back up is for him to push through that Swamp Cave.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have at least checked that vendor. I mean, since he had already blown the key to get in there, I would have at least checked the vendor and see what's in there.
Yeah, it's a fair point, but he might not be given any thought to possibly buying anything worthwhile at this point. Just because in his eyes, there's not a gold grind option available at this point.
No, but he's only got a copper sword. If he could have found a broadsword or a hand axe, that would have been useful information.
Very fair call. So we'll see what he does here. He is walking around. Looks like he is going to go back downstairs. Hopefully he can make it through this time. Now let me ask you, Sneaky, you're Centroid. If he does go through Swamp Cave here, you know, we're 45 minutes into the seed. He's tried this multiple times earlier in the race, and it was just no go. He gets through. He gets that sword. How are you feeling if you're him?
Well, for me, my first thought, how far behind am I?
Yeah, I think I have to agree. You just have to wonder if your opponent made it through here, you know, at that 5-minute mark, 4-minute mark. Has been rocking the Erdrick Sword ever since. And we know from watching, Ryguy didn't make it through that soon, but he has had it for about 15 minutes now. And really putting it to use. He got a blue dragon there. Somehow first turn a red dragon with 37 agility. We'll take it.
Yeah, my two thoughts are either number one, how far behind am I, or number two, has my opponent had the same kind of troubles I've had, and I'm actually the first one here.
Fair enough. So we'll see what he decides to do here. He's going to get his news of the sword here real fast. He's going to get his news of some cash here as well. And there was a slight pause before he pressed the next button there. He's going to opt to go through the door here instead of just going out.
Well, he's got 6 keys. No, excuse me, 6 herbs, okay.
Yeah, still has 3 keys in reserve after spinning it there. We got Ryguy pushing some exploration down the East Coast here, so sooner or later he's going to start finding all these locations we haven't found yet.
Doesn't bother checking the store. There's absolutely nothing worth bother. And look, we're on the West Coast. Centroid is on the West Coast. No, excuse me. That is Ryguy on the East Coast. My apologies.
Yeah, and if he keeps going south, he's going to be in that ballpark of where those core counts are actually going to be. We see Charlock down there.
Charlock and a cave. And we have found coal, Centroid has.
Nice. Coal on the right. We got Grave on the left. We're going to see at least the top 3 check here.
And there's a Silver Harp. Wait, Silver Harp and Grave? Who rolled this?
Well, at least it migrated upstairs.
That's true. I guess a previous adventurer dove all the way to the bottom, grabbed it, got almost all the way to the top before getting killed.
Very fair. So Ryguy opting to go ahead and leave. At this point, from his perspective, he's looking for just that token. Still has several places outstanding, including those coordinates. So here's 2 more.
Yeah, he's got coordinates. He's got mountain. He's got
Rim, Hawksness.
Speaking of Hawksness.
Yep, so this is Mountain. He's going to go back in the Mountain, clear these 5 chests, and we'll see if he's wanting a town to top off. He's only got 9 MP left.
Using the fairy water to repel. Actually, legitimately smart move, because he's looking for checks. He's not looking for grind right now. Some cash in the first one.
Exactly, and he should be familiar-ish with what's in this top zone, being that it's being a swamp.
Werewolves with baby breath. That makes them a lot less dangerous, and they like using it too.
Yep, been very frequent, at least 50% on the baby breath for sure.
herb. Yeah, he tried to run, decided, you know what, sod it, I'm not gonna run from this thing with my lousy agility, let's just kill this. Does take it down for 180.
Yep, and choosing to go ahead and top off with the herbs versus wasting any of that MP. I think ultimately he would like to keep 6 of it for outside.
Now, he does have 123 hit points already at level 13. He's gotta be thinking potential Death Necklace strats.
Yeah, that's definitely got to be in the back of your mind, although 78 strength and still needing a little bit more leveling here for sure. Hopefully something that comes along with some agility. And Marashu asked for us for this, so he got himself another 180. Ooh, Red Dragon's down here on his way to that 5th chest. Let's see what happens here. He's going to try and run, and that agility is not going to give him much opportunity to do so.
Ah.
So not only not getting to that 5th chest here, he's abandoning where he knows where Hawksness is. The good news is he knows where it's at. So we got Centroid kind of backdooring into the other side of Sherlock there, and we'll see what he opts to do from here.
Comment in chat. Getting that last treasure is a real quest with all those dragons on that floor.
Well, if I'm Ryguy, I think I might, if he's not going to do the coordinates without the princess, I think I might take a chance at that red dragon now that you have everything topped off here. Go get her, and then you can go back out there, explore while you have it in her hand. And there he goes, right towards that spike.
Because you can just outside return immediately. You don't have to deal with him on the way out.
But as we saw, that was a very straightforward fight for him for sure. Clearly a grind tile if he's going to need to do any grinding by the time we get all of our items collected.
Absolutely. I mean, he may walk back through it just to be able to get the 350 experience.
He's 2 of them away, but no, he's definitely set on getting her turned in and getting on with this exploration, because I think he realizes that they're really close to being ready to dive.
Hey, you know, perfectly valid.
So Centroid heading back through to the other side. Actually, he's going to go try and pick up his princess, it looks like.
So coordinates could be token, death necklace, or flute. Token obviously is a required mandatory item. Death necklace is starting to look like it could be really useful given you've already got 120 hit points at level 13. And flute is just golem insurance.
Yeah, we don't like the flute around here. But
yeah.
Centroid took an untimely death there on that red dragon. Tried to swing when a little low.
I think Centroid is setting up a gold grind.
I agree. No reason to do this if that's not what you're going for.
Because Centroid is like, wait a minute, this backs into Garanham. Garanham's got a money chest. I've got a gold grind. And I've got a silver shield right here at the Great Mall of Cantlin. And that's the only thing he can be going for, given that he's already got Erdrick's sword and shield and armor. Excuse me.
Exactly. So yeah, he's probably going to be pressing through to get that puppy going here. We got Ryguy back out here. Going to start heading back towards where he would hopefully know the coordinate rough area for it is at least, and we'll see what this turns out to be. All right, so Centroid did take a right turn, go back down to that red dragon. Just has to be a little smarter on where his HP stands in between the red dragon attacks, and should have no problem taking him out this time.
And like you said, if you're going to do a gold grind, the sooner the better.
Yeah, as we can see here goes Ryguy getting level 14 with 0, 6, 13, and 2. So if he does get him across the Death Necklace, we are fully safe on that now. Agility's still not really where we would want it to be, and got no strength on that level.
I'm a little bit confused at Centroid. He's picking up the princess here after having spotted a gold grind and then not following up on it.
Yeah, it's a little strange. Maybe he's going to grab her, hit outside, grab the gold, return, drop her off, and then pick up the shield?
That could absolutely be the case.
Well, except he still hasn't gotten to level 13 where outside shows up, so he's going to have to go back through the red dragon.
Given his stuff, that shouldn't be a problem.
Yep, just play it safe like you did this last one here. We got Ryguy taking on a red dragon on the east coast of the world here. Kind of honing in on where those coordinates should end up being down here. We'll see him probably check out Gwaelin here in a moment.
Saved you again, princess.
Still 30 north of where he needs to go, so hopefully it just keeps on going straight down. Looks like it does, so he should be getting our overworld coordinate here momentarily.
Comment in chat. Wait, I thought the limit for XP or gold per kill was 255. It was in the original. In the randomizer, we fiddled with it because we didn't think it was very fair. That took a little bit of creative coding to be able to pull off.
Ryguy does come across his cords and finds it to be the flute and a cave way down here to do his exchange for his Staff of Rain. So that cord count, while the fairy flute's a possible nice thing to have in case of a golem spike tile inside of Sherlock, not really useful in the grand scheme here, but it does lead him to where he needed to find a cave, so that kind of worked out for him in the end.
Alright, here is Centroid, princess in tow, setting up his gold grind.
Yep, remembered he had to open at least one other chest, going to confirm it on the sword chest here. And he's taken multiple nothing swords, and here goes the gold.
And he does have the return spell, so once he gets everything, he could just hit return, drop the princess off with Daddy Dearest, go get himself a shield, and he's going.
Yep. And we see how much Ryguy values the flute as he's just swinging at this golem, not using the flute whatsoever, just heal more in between when he needs to.
Yeah, and a clarification on experience values. What about metal slimes? Metal slimes are scaled, because if you get somebody who can kill a metal slime like right out of the gate, that 255 experience from a metal slime is, I mean, that's a significant boost. That's what, level 6, level 7? So what they did was they scaled it back so that it is, what is it, 32 per level?
Correct, yep. It's 32 per level through level 7, which is 224, I believe. And then level 8 and on, you're at that max of 255. All right, so Ryguy coming back around here, heading back towards where that mountain cave was, probably going to check the Hawk Spike first. And while he's been heading over here, he's been finding some fantastic encounters. This Red Dragon's Guild is even just 125 short of the level.
Yeah, just, when in doubt, grind it out.
Alright, so we got Centroid getting that Silver Shield over there, going to get a big defense bump here. Which, with that low agility, is not a bad thing here. We're going to have Ryguy possibly picking up a level on the way over here. Now he gets to the spike, which is a Green Dragon.
Green Dragon.
Alright, so level 15 coming in with 10 more power, 11 more MP. Those are the big ones, along with Hurt More. Alright, and Ryguy, since he's conveniently located here and still has some MP, is going to go ahead and make an attempt at checking this last chest downstairs.
You might as well, why not? In the Dragon Warrior Randomizer community, the saying is agility is just a number. This particular run is gonna put that to the test.
Yeah, 49. So I mean, they got 10 over between level 13 and 15, but still, that is leaves a lot to be desired.
Especially if you're going up against the Dragon Lord and you don't have enough defense and you suddenly start getting hit physical for 50. And you're going, hey, I've got 49 hit points. I can take a max DL2 breath. Bites you for 50 damage. Oh yeah, that. Oh, Erdrick's token is the final chest in Mountain.
Well, that's good info to have here. Still doesn't have knowledge of a death necklace, although technically I don't feel he needs it.
I mean, he's already got a 130 attack power. He doesn't really need it. In fact, other than his defense, he's in go mode. At level 15, he's in go mode. Except the defense of 64 is absolute trash and will be bodied by the Dragon Lord for like, what, 55?
64, I believe, is 54, right? 54.
54? Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that's a pretty big one, although 137, he's got a lot of wiggle room there. We'll see if he does opt to maybe check the treasury once he's downstairs to see if there is a death necklace and make things a little simpler. It all depends at this point if he's going to be diving just how well he can make it through the zones, how many of the red enemies he's going to have to fight through, and how many coin flips on the other enemies he's able to run from, if that's the manner he decides to take it.
I don't think there are many other checks left. Have we seen Rimildar?
We have not. So we have Rim, we have the bottom two engraved still, I believe are the only two overworlds, or 3 positions left.
Okay. So, yeah, there's a really strong chance it's down in the bottom of Charlock. If you even want to bother with it at this point. You've got an attack power of 130. That's, 15 to 7.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's all dependent on how well the dive goes. If he can get there with resources, it's definitely a viable fight. It's getting the resources there is the big concern.
And there's his rainbow drop. We have just ticked over the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, this Axe Knight's, if he's wanting to try and pad some experience and maybe look for a level in the way, Axe Knight's a fantastic enemy. It's throwing out very frequent stop spells, so you're going to take minimal to no damage from him.
Absolutely. These wizards aren't too bad either.
Alright, so we got Centroid, a couple levels behind, a little behind on the exploration here, but if he's pressing this direction, he's going to come across all the things he needs.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many seeds where you potentially at least have at least Sketchy Go stats at level 15.
Yeah, the randomizer's been real weird. We've seen a lot of higher level ones. I think we had one finish at level 13 already this tournament so far.
Yeah, Harp is at the top of Grave. Right now, I hate to say something like this before the dot done, but Ryguy has a commanding advantage right now. He's got everything done. He's in Charlock with roughly Go stats. And Centroid is about 2 levels behind and still needs to find Grave and needs to find his token.
Oh, this Armored Knight's got stop spell very frequently as well, so that takes potentially one of the scary ones, and Baby Breath.
Yeah, that really makes Armored Knights a lot less spooky. This Charlock is looking pretty friendly. You still have Star Wyverns with the Wombo combo?
Yeah, and that's that could be a problem if we run into those. Obviously, Red Dragons would just bite more down the line, but he's got one of the major concerns I'm sure he had coming in here. Probably sighing slightly. Creeping towards that level 16 though.
Yeah.
There we go, another Armored Knight down as we're pressing down through the basement in Zone 1 here. Zone 1 so far looking nice enough for him. We'll see if that trend continues as we go down further.
I mean, he's doing a really good dive and grind. He hasn't used any resources yet. He's really doing well for himself.
And there we go. We got the red dragon in zone 1 as well. He's just been lucky to not see it until this point. Probably in a bit of trouble if he gets hit hard here. Got lucky with a low HP red dragon there. Takes it down to 3. And Centroid still out trying to find locations. I believe he's got to go back through Swamp, and then it's west from there where he'll find all of those locations. Ooh, Ryguy is really pressing his luck with some of these low HP attacks on the red dragon here. Did get his level 16. Makes it a completely free fight if he's able to get downstairs now. But he makes it out of zone 1. Let's see what zone 2's got in store.
That defense is still... I mean, it's definitely doable, but...
Yeah, I mean, he's just improved from being hit for up to 54. Now he can only get hit for 53. You know, we got to look at the positives here.
Yeah, that silver shield would have put him up to a DP of 77, which would have felt a lot better.
You know, the difference between, in my opinion, the difference between 53 and, 77 is 51, that's pretty nominal at the end of the day.
Yeah, you got a point. It's still over 50.
Yeah, it's fair. You just got to remember it. So we'll see if he might decide that he wants to check the treasury, although unless he loses some heal mores here, he absolutely has no need to do so.
I mean, with an attack power of 138, that's, what, 19 to 9?
That's correct, yeah, 9 to 19. Average of what, I think I usually gamble on it being 11, but it's probably around 12-ish attacks.
Oh, and trying to conserve his MP dies to the red.
Yeah, he was pressing that pretty hard a couple times now. He might inadvertently end up with 17 by the time he gets back down there.
Yeah, he tried to push it too hard.
Well, while he's restocking here, we got Centroid still out here combing the countryside, looking for his locations, and just cannot come across them at all. Hopefully, he's able to finish, or I'm not sure if Centroid maps or not, so hopefully he's able to figure out where he's at, where he's been, and get this area, minimized and caught up. Comes across the freebie cave, but we know this is just gold.
Yeah, unfortunately, the final boss for Centroid was the overworld map.
Yeah, and chat saying Ryguy might feel a little behind. And, to be fair, he might have also thought the same thing when he found that Erdrick sword, because he didn't get there until, around the 25, 30 minute mark?
Yeah, he'd had several failed attempts to get through that cave. So he may be feeling time pressure as well, because he's looking at his stats and he's going, everything was pretty much handed to me. I just died a stupid death that I probably shouldn't have. Is my opponent also diving and being more conservative? You know?
Exactly. So he was going to try and run from that red dragon, opted to swing at it, got an early crit, and just finished it off in 2 there. Centroid, not sure what he's up to there.
I think it's a hotkey issue.
Yeah, I'm terrible for that. That's why I disabled every single hotkey there is.
Maybe he's had something pop up IRL that he had to deal with real quick or something.
It's possible. That's a little strange though. So I don't know. We'll see if he's able to get that going again, or if something happened. Hopefully everything's okay there. We'll have Ryguy momentarily getting back to Sherlock here. Wonder if Ryguy's trying to press for another level here because he kind of walked back and forth here, or maybe forgot he has to go south here instead of north.
It could be either. Honestly, he's got to be feeling a lot of pressure right now, so it could just be, you know.
Yep, just kind of went the wrong direction, realized it at the last second. So he's back in here. Like I said, at this point, he's not very far away from level 17 at 12,000 experience. So we're most likely going to see that probably before he even gets out of zone 1 here.
Oh, there's another crit. He's going to tackle this red.
Well, he's going to be a little more conservative this time and does use one of his heal mores here to get through this first red dragon. It was a guaranteed kill, as long as the swing lands. That's when the game likes to be the trolliest.
That 1 in 255 whiff. Having to burn a heal more here, but he's still got 12 in the tank, so it's not like he's got a problem with that.
Yeah, he's still in a perfectly good position. Plus, we're going to, at least so far, we're going to get more here. What, 2, 5, 4, and 3? Yeah, nominal at best. Took him to, now he's up to a 10 to 20 damage range. Yeah, and hopefully Centroid's able to figure out what's going on his end here. Every once in a while, I see his mouse moving around, so it looks like he's trying to do something.
Yeah, now Ryguy is running from everything that's scary. I mean, these Axonites, they're not scary.
Yeah, agreed. So Centroid's moving again, like on screen. So we'll see if he's able to get the get moving back in the seed. Unfortunately, it did lose some time there for sure.
Yeah. And that's probably either a miss menu with a hotkey or an emulator issue.
Yeah, that's technology for you. Regardless of, you could have done this hundreds of times and just not realize you have a hotkey, accidentally bump against it, and have no clue how to resolve it. So I'm sure he was panically either asking people or looking it up on Google, trying to figure out how to get out of his situation.
Yeah, but I mean, he was already behind when that happened. Unfortunately, this is just gonna seal it, but he was not looking favorable even before that happened to him, so.
Yeah, this Sherlock's not favorable, though, for this 59 agility. We got reds in the zone 2 here, so Ryguy's continuing to fight through them, which I think is the right play. Just got to try and... Oh, there's the dodge and the
There's
death.
that dodge and the kill. Ow, that feels so bad.
It's the exact troubleness that I was talking about the first time.
Yeah,
It's a guaranteed kill, but you know, when it decides to pull that, there's not much you can do about it. He had to try and conserve.
Yeah, not only that, but with an agility of 59, you're not running from reds.
All right, so he's gonna go re-herb up, re-top off, get repel going here, head back down for round 3. At the rate we're moving here, I have a strong feeling we're gonna see level 18 at this point. We're 14,250 for the next level.
It's certainly an interesting DP value.
Yeah, the good news is if he gets, you know, one more agility here, he'll break into the only getting hit for up to 52 range.
Yeah, comments are in chat about the hitting the wrong hotkeys, and one goes, I play on console, but just in case, I still take the backslash off of my keyboard. Because in FCEUX, backslash is your pause button.
And Brian bringing up, it's not quite the no movie level of emulator malfunction, which harkens back to one of our previous tournaments where no movie was on the screen the entire time, covering part of the stats, and led to a goof of a runner not being able to tell exactly what he had.
Well, Centroid finally found his harp. And now he's going to dive all the way to the bottom. And we both know, but he doesn't know, there's nothing down there of interest. There can't be.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be a waste to dive. Well, Death Necklace.
It could be Death Necklace down there. But even so, I mean...
Yeah, Death Necklace, you know, at this point, not a real huge concern based on the levels we see. It could possibly let him try and dive a little early, like such as this level here, but the odds on even getting through is minimal. Plus, he's going to get level 15 off of this goal. Yeah, so Apex Corvid said something about no recollection of the match I'm referring to. I honestly can't remember. I think it was last summer tournament. It could have been 2. It might have been one of the other ones. One of the runners got stuck with no movie, and the count was just going crazy. And when he went to get the coordinates, he mistaken, I think, an east-west when the old man gave him the coordinates. So he kept trying to go the opposite direction of where he needed to go, and it led to a large loss of time. Yeah, well, you know, I'm a little dense occasionally. I'm half reading chat, half looking at what everybody's doing here. So I gotcha. I apologize for that, but no, yeah, that was a feels bad moment for sure. I remember it all happening, and we, you know, no one really realized it was wrong until we couldn't go any further than one direction.
Thou hast been promoted. 5 speed, 1 hit point, 2 magic points.
Yeah, he's up to 64 agility, a a little nicer against the non-red enemies. Still doesn't make it safe against the red dragons whatsoever. The armor knights are absolutely free still. We'll see if he can get down to past zone 2. We haven't not made it to zone 3 yet, and see if that's a little easier.
Yeah, all of these reds up here are just...
All right, so Centroid does make it to chest 4. I did miss what it was. It's heading down towards chest 5, though. We'll get the bad news of nothing really important in here. Hopefully get out here and get over to Mountain, where we know the last item he needs is located.
Well, he confirmed Death Necklace was 4th chest.
Well, there you go. He got trolled by that ghost there as it didn't let him run and then threw a hurt more at him. All right, Ryguy making it to zone 3 down to the U floor. We'll see what the enemy set looks like in here. Armor Knights continue.
And these Armor Knights continue to be largely free.
Guelph in chat saying with the right encounter rate, he might make level 19. And that's kind of what I was wondering as well. But we're almost to the light floor, and we'll see what happens here.
I would actually call that the wrong encounter rate rather than the right encounter rate, personally. Centroid getting his harp turned in for staff.
All right, Ryguy continuing to plow through these Armor Knights. If by some miracle he does get to level 19, that would be at 16,500 experience. All right, so we got Centroid into the mountain cave here. Going to complete his quest knowledge here momentarily.
In the halls of the mountain cave.
And then on the left, we have a Stone Man spike, and we saw Ryguy kind of sit there for a moment. I guess he was mathing out his MP, decides to throw a sleep down. Should have no problem taking this out, barring it having something stupid like a bunch of other enemies, but there we go.
Yeah, surprise red would be annoying.
So at this point, we got Centroid's going to be about to dive and change behind, because he still has to pick up his rainbow. Obviously doesn't have very good agility at 15, but this is a very, very free fight for Ryguy, barring a miss menu at this point.
Even more free if the Dragon Lord continues trying to stop his spell. Now, does he get the initial? Yes, he does. Max physical is, what, 53?
For the Dragon Lord, it's 52. For Ryguy, he's 10 to 20. So yeah, I lost one of the swings there, but this again, he could probably almost min-roll his way to victory, and we see a 19 coming out right there. So it's all over but the shouting, as long as Ryguy takes some breaths, hits the right heel mores when he needs to, and make sure he doesn't get into that damage range that isn't safe. All right, so again, don't know the count exactly myself, but there we go. Get those GGs out in chat for ryguy3745. He's gonna take this race tonight. We'll have an official time here momentarily.
Yeah, that was beyond free at that point.
Looks like we had an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour 30 minutes and 7 seconds. We'll see if we can get him here in the booth for an interview. All right, so on the right here, we got Centroid making his way around here. Has been taking some fights along the way, just shy of level 16 at this point. Is heading straight towards Sharlock, though, is going to get the, I guess, fun news that the fun police are all over the place. But of course,
Guy with 23 deaths.
Yeah, that's a decent amount. Now, honestly, he took a few in Sharlock, or a couple in Sharlock, but he's still 7 above where Centroid is right now. Centroid hits an Armor Knight right after walking in. Just throws out that Kaishin, takes him out for a big 123, but finds out about the Red Dragon right now.
Has
go
to
ahead.
burn a heal more on that.
Yeah, Jay Cooper asking, did they agree to do that? Is that something we can do? Yes, if the runners do agree to, something such as permanent torch. I don't know the other specifics. I knew permanent torch was an option. That can be enabled. I know my first race with Ursine had that.
Yeah, that would be something both runners would have to agree to before the match starts.
Thanks, Brian, for clarifying there. Yeah, I thought it was just the one. I wasn't positive. All right, we got Centroid picking up level 16. Was probably hoping for a little bit more than that 5 agility. Still 54 is looking better on paper than that 49 did.
Yeah, and the reason that we will let him do permanent torch out of all of the optional flags is really these guys, they can bonk around these maps. These are guys that can bonk around, the tablet cave without having to worry about getting lost. It's mostly for the watcher's benefit, not for the runners.
All right, Centroid continuing to try to make it down here, continuing to find that same fun Red Dragon parade that Ryguy found. We'll see how this works out for them.
It kind of hurts to see him having already burned 2 heal mores before he even gets down here.
Now, do remember one thing. He has the Death Necklace, so in theory, he could go up to use the Death Necklace to go up to 148 attack power. Possibly could get away with as few as 6 heal mores.
That's a 12 to 24 range.
I would feel more comfortable with at least 7 heal mores, but he has a little bit of wiggle room here.
Yeah, I mean, he still has 11 heal mores in the tank right now.
Yeah, and he's into Zone 2. We know the Armor Knights are throughout, but he's just got to get, or he's about to be in Zone 2. He's only got to make it through Zone 2, and then he'll be free of that Red Dragon menace. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, he's double-checking his stats, and he's going,
All right, and it looks like we have Ryguy in the waiting room. If someone could bring him in for us.
And GG.
Oh, I forget how this thing works. Thank you.
So, thoughts, opinions?
Oh, just that I'm sure Ferran's car needs a new horn after that seed.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. You need a little aloe vera? For all those burns?
I need to figure out what happened in Charlock, really. I have no idea how that went off the rails so quickly.
Well, that's what happens when you don't heal more and you've got red dragons casting bite more.
Okay, the first one maybe, but the second one I will defend to the death. That was mean.
Okay, you're right. That whiff was very rude. Because that should have been a kill, and the whiff caused the problem. And yes, that one I'll grant.
And I'll apologize because I called that it was going to happen.
But yeah, that was I don't know, that was definitely weird in that, I mean, well, first of all, it was a low agility seed with Charlock enemies all over the place, so that's really fun. Thank goodness the Arbor Knights had Stop Spell and Baby Breath, or that would have been even worse. But it was just weird that Tablet was right across the way, and I think I found it like 6 or 7 minutes in, and was like, is that good or bad? And then the same problem with the sword too. The sword was through Swamp Cave, which had like wizards and snowmen and stuff in the way, and I think I got there like 15 or 20 minutes after doing a bunch of other stuff, and was like, is that good or bad? I don't even know. So
yeah, FYI, you did get the big stick first. In fact, Centroid, I think it was 45 minutes into the match before he got his.
Oh man, see, that was where some of my defending that first death was going to go. I had no idea where I was because, you know, you could very easily imagine someone seeing that cave or taking a couple steps to the left out of Cantland, seeing the cave, getting the keys, hero walking through Swamp Cave, having all the stuff minutes in, and you're behind, and so you want to save resources and make it to the bottom, and the red dragon exacts you. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that was really hard to know where you were, and I think maybe some of the things at the end kind of probably reflected that.
Yeah, I mean, although literally everything you were running into, having DL2 breath or hurt more didn't help the beginning of the game.
gosh, yeah, I could not find a warlock to save my life. Quite literally, I kept getting set on fire by druids and drolls, and trying to put up with that just to get. At one point, I think it was like 8 measly experience.
Then you got the key, and you got Erdrick's armor from the armory.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that Tablet was so close, because in that particular situation, because I didn't have to worry about, do I want to wait? Do I want to get enough money? That could take a long time to get money for a replacement key. But with Tablet right there, it's like, nah, just burn the key. Who cares? Get another one relatively easily. And that treasury was pretty perfect. You had the armor, plus you had another key in there as well. So, I'm glad that was right there. Yeah, we never saw Remulder. Where I assume that was off in the far reaches of who knows where.
We don't know. Neither one of you found it.
There was that little town across the river. I guess I assume if you went west of the castle, it would loop around to that. But that could have been Breckenary or Remulder, and I wasn't about to find out which one. I didn't really care about either. So.
Yeah. By the way, the death necklace was in Bottom Grave.
Yeah, so that was part of my thinking. I think I went on 15, right? Was when I first went, when I first dove Sharlock, and I was thinking like, well, if I had a death necklace, I could win relatively easily, but I don't. I'll have to fight through stuff, so I'll pick up 16 on the way. Maybe 16 will give me enough, and the thought was like, one of those two things will be enough. And I think I leveled up like on the second floor or something like that, and saw that 16 was enough, so I was good to go from there. But that was kind of the idea, was like, I hope one of those two things pays off. So I'm glad I didn't need the death necklace in the end, because I wouldn't have found it.
So let me ask you, did you ever consider a gold grind for the silver shield?
Was there a gold grind?
Yeah, because it backed into the back of Garanham that had a gold chest.
Did it? I just remember the herb and the sword, and I didn't remember what the third one was. So no, I didn't, because I didn't realize there was a gold grind to be had.
There you go. Hey, you know what? You came out ahead without it, so.
The third chest was gold. Yeah, I just remember when I got to Garanham being worried that like, oh man, someone could have got, Centroid could have had this sword 12 minutes ago for all I know. So I don't even remember what the third treasure chest was anymore.
Well, let me interrupt you. And along the way there, Centroid got there with 11 heal mores. Get those GGs in chat. Takes down the Dragon Lord at level 16 with 3 heal mores to spare. Very nice finish for him for someone that was a little behind most of the race.
And actually, the pause really hurt him in that case. He ended up accidentally pausing his emulator somehow.
Yeah, it cost him at least 5 minutes. Going to finish a little under 12 minutes behind. Official time of 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 50 seconds. We'll see if Centroid wants to come talk to us. So Sneaky and Ryguy pretty much nailed everything I was curious about. Any other thoughts on this seed while we're waiting to see if we can get Centroid in here, Ryguy?
Just that I am pretty shocked that that ended up only being an hour and a half, because it felt like a lot more.
Yeah, the slogs at the beginning especially can kind of do that. Any thoughts about your group or any other matchups that you're looking forward to or not looking forward to?
No, just the hilarious, like, oh, I got to get all these asynchronous seeds done and got to complete them all so I don't get put in a really tough group. And oh, look, I got number 16, so I get to be in Nescar's group. I'm really glad I did those async seeds, really paying off for me. But no, otherwise, I mean, all the groups are difficult, but that was just funny to see. That was the first thing I saw in the group, was like, oh, where am I? What? That async seed thing didn't work at all.
That's the break sometimes. No, that's pretty funny, though. Brian apologizing for doing that. Now, with that, Dean, it looks like we have Centroid joining us in the booth. GG, Centroid, how do you feel about the seed?
Hey, GG, not bad. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
We can.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just kind of a slog to start, but I mean, yeah, it was it it was a lot, but nah, it was pretty fun. Yeah, absolutely. GG to Ryguy for finishing that mess. Um, I just felt like it was very difficult to get started. In my opinion, there was just like every direction you would go, there was some enemy. Well, the low agility really did not help, right? But it was like you go west, you're getting destroyed. You go those trolls and druids by the start were just um, they were everywhere, and they were. It seemed like they were in three of the zones or something. With the DL2 breath, there was that red dragon just kind of chilling outside of Cantlin as well. But no, yeah. Once I got past that initial 40 minutes or whatever of warm up, it wasn't bad, but um, yeah, it was normally when you hit brick walls, you're like, okay, well, I'll just go do something else, right? There just really wasn't anywhere great to grind. There was that warlock that was in the early swamp, but it was tough to find it. I don't know if it was a rare enemy or if maybe I just wasn't in the right zone or whatever, but
Oh
uh,
no, that warlock was my nemesis as well.
Yeah, especially because in the swamp where he was hiding out, you also had a chance of running into reds.
yeah, it was honestly the best grind was the trolls and the druids. Like it was just like hope you can two shot them or whatever, and you got some heal mores. But yeah, I honestly think like that is what it is. That's normal. Yeah, and obviously I had some technical difficulties. Like I bumped the wrong button, but it's like uh I don't know. I have a lot of execution errors as well. Like I think I kind of fell asleep, not so to speak, during some of those fights. Like the wizard was a great grind once you were able to fight it, but like just not paying attention to your hit points and letting it kill you when you should be casting heal more is just kind of it's not a good mistake to make in a tournament. So that's something I need to definitely work on. Paying attention. Um, no, but like, yeah, it's just like I had like three or four of those where I'm just like, it's the seed wears on you because there's just a lot of decisions to make over and over again, and you just get kind of lulled into uh, you get kind of just because of how difficult it is, you're just like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. But you got to keep your mental energy up, make the right decisions, like that.
Well, I forget what the stat. I should have looked at it on my screen, but I first of all don't understand how encounter rates work. I understand how they're supposed to work, but I understand how they do work. But I saw so many wizards, and my gosh, I know the wizard HP range by heart now. I know exactly when they're going to heal more now, which is depressing. But there were a lot of wizards. I feel like they must have been like 50% in every zone. So
Yeah, they were all over the map, which was and Green Dragons too. But yeah, I mean, once you got to the point where once you picked up the sword, yeah, they were nice. Early game, they were big run blocker. Well, not run blockers, but just they were not fun to run into. Failing to run from a stone man in the swamp cave was just that was kind of like the epitome of the early game. It was just like nothing can go right. I'm not running from a stone man. Like not cool. But yeah, I feel like that's one I need to watch back. It'd be like I need to improve here. I need to improve here. I need to improve here, and uh, there's a lot of learning lessons from that seed for sure.
Yeah, and also there was a degree of RNG as well. You just happened to try to go the wrong way on the map.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, I guess too. Some of it's like you leave those. You get like you. I think the northwest corner of the map was just kind of weighing on me because I had tried to go that way three or four times, and it's like I would get into those infinite run fail situations, and I never got to fully explore that area. And yeah, again, I think all that once you get past those green dragons, like all that you would get rewarded with was Brecconary. So honestly, yeah, you're right. I should not have wasted my time trying to fill in the blanks. Once I spent all that. I feel like I made a decent play in the mid game, like trying to get the Gwaelin's love and a bunch of other stuff in one run. But it was like I should have focused on that overworld spot at that point instead of just trying to fill in the whole map.
Yeah. Well, with that, we've got about an hour before our next race that will be run on this channel. However, this next race coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern is going to be Beta Strap versus Up to NG. That is definitely a race you're going to want to catch.
I feel like there's so many races that are like super good. Yeah, that I mean, obviously that one for sure, but like there are so many good races. Like all the groups look tough. Look at like this is going to be a cool tournament.
Yeah, and going on right now is the Hangry Canuck versus Yakko Wacko, and probably another 5 minutes. We've got two separate races going off: Marashu versus Stags and Silly Dabbit versus Ziggy.
Dang. Well, I gotta say, well, GG's to Centroid, of course, but also like really glad everyone, really thankful everyone's able to get these restreams together. I know that Centroid was posting about racing Bob and Bob couldn't or something. I think like 3 or 4 hours ago, I threw a post up like, "Hey, I'm free this afternoon," and we literally threw it together this morning, and got a whole restream here to get team together here for it. Like that's pretty awesome. So thank you everyone for doing this on really short notice, not just for this one, but the whole tournament. Like it's been awesome. So thank you.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you so much, everybody.
Well, any final thoughts before we go into closing?
Nothing for me. I feel like I've taken up a lot of your time already.
All right. Well, in that case, this is Sneaky the Lost. With me in the commentator's booth has been DK. We've had Brad Williams doing the restream and Schmike as our tracker. And we will see you in an hour. See you there.